Hi guys, it's April and I garden down in southeast Nebraska, zone 6A, formerly 5B, but I pretty much straddle the line. And since we are about, I believe we're 9 weeks out from when I normally plant out all of my things, it's pepper time. So I'm gonna be doing both my hot peppers and my sweet peppers. I have 33 3.3 inch bootstrap farmer containers back here, and each one of them is going to get a different pepper in them because I'm crazy and this is what I do. Like I said, I have both my hot and my sweet peppers, plus I have some peppers that I am growing for some family of mine because these are too hot for me, but since I have the space, I figured I'd start some seeds for them as well. I won't go through all these varieties right now. I'll probably go through as I am planting those up, but I will be putting 2 to 4 seeds in each of these containers depending on how old the seeds are and whether or not I'm growing a plant for other people as well. I've just got my normal Espoma seed starting mix in each of these pots. They're soaking up as much water as they possibly can, hopefully. That's what they're doing. Otherwise, this is just a waste of time. And that would be silly. It's really simple once you see what I do. I'm just gonna be poking a couple holes in the soil and dropping some seeds in and covering them back up. So let's go. Okay, so I've tried to set you up the best way possible. I don't know how this is going to work because this is the first time I've done this many pots this big. I normally start my peppers out in the 2-inch pots, but since they came out with these new 3.3, I figured, why not? So maybe I won't have to up pot my peppers. But I am gonna start out, I've got the ahi mango and the datil peppers. These are not for me, but I still want to grow them for a family member. And I will start, I just have this little reusable mascara wand. I just use the back of it for a tiny dibbler. I know a lot of people use pencils or, I don't know, markers, anything that they have on hand, and I have quite a few of those because they're great for cleaning out the nozzles of guinea pig bottles. Okay, just need 3. Just drop them in and cover them up. That was the mango. and I pre-made all of my labels. There we go. And then I will just move up this direction. I think I need to this one I'm only going to do 2 seeds because it's a newer seed pack. It's one of those free ones I got from Baker Creek. Need to get some washi tape to close that back up. And then there's that one done. Okay, and I think I'm only going to work 3 up and then turn the tray around so I can reach. But first I'm going to get the washi tape. I just like washi tape for closing off seed packets because they're so easy to reopen afterwards. Okay, 2 down, 31 to go. I will do the hot next because I only have about 9 different hot peppers that I want to do. The first one I'm doing is a stuffing Scotch bonnet pepper. This is supposed to have a milder heat than a normal Scotch bonnet, but we will see. This is clearly going to be an adventure. And once again, this is brand new seeds, so I am only doing 2. I can get this Ziploc open. That might have been a little too far down. Okay, stuffing. Okay, and then I have an ahi dulce red sweet. This is another new one. Let me get these a little more level. So this will be another just 2 seeds because it's new. And I won't be sharing this one. Okay, next I have a Jedi. This is a jalapeno pepper and it's one of my favorites. I'm gonna do 4 because this might be gifted to someone and they are older seeds. Jedi. And then I have a big guy jalapeno pepper, which is much like the Jedi, but larger. This is another one I will do 4 seeds of. That was the big guy. Okay. And then I have Bastion, which is a poblano pepper. And once again, this will be 4 seeds. Just pulled that out of the hole. No, don't stick to my dibbler. There you go. Okay. Some of my soil got a little chunky. There you go. Then I have the New Mex lemon spice, which is just a yellow jalapeno. I'll probably just do 3 of these because I'm not going to be giving these away, but they are older seeds. Granted, it all depends on how many seeds there might be in this pack. Oh yeah, we've got enough. That was the New Mex lemon. Well, and this one's new to me. I've got the brown jalapeno peppers. Got this one this year, so that'd be interesting to try. But with it being new and only for my garden, we are going to do just 2. Put that right there. Brown. And now I am going to see if I can turn this tray around without causing chaos. There we go. That thing is heavy. Maybe I should start at the back and then move forward. That's what we're gonna do, because we only have 2 more of the hot peppers. So I've got the ahi, I'm not gonna say that next word right, cachucha? I'm just gonna do 3 of these. This is one I really liked 2 years ago, and then tried to grow again last year, and none of my seeds germinated for whatever reason. And the last spicy one that I'm going to do is the pumpkin spice jalapeno. And this one is going to be another gifted. So I'm gonna do 4. Might be too many, but here we are. All right. And then we have our sweet peppers. I'm gonna start out with the peppers that are supposed to have some heat but don't, because I got the heatless variety. And the first one is this cayenne sweetness. And I'm gonna do just 2 of these. Oops. Next, I have the savory pepper. I'm trying to remember what this one is supposed to be the heatless variety of. I think it's a red habanero, but it's heatless if I remember correctly. So it's like the habanada that I'm also going to be doing one of, but it turns red instead of orange. So this one is gonna get 2. And what I like to do with, say, the habanada or now the savory and the jalapenos is I like to make heatless hot sauces with them, which is kind of an oxymoron, but tastes delicious on your eggs or in a rice bowl when you want the flavor, but you don't want to deal with the heat. Okay, that is the savory. Next up is, as I mentioned, the habanada. I'm going to do 3 of these. And the last one of that style, I have the jalapeno. And once again, we will do 3. Okay. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move these 2 pots to the other container and move that container forward. So you can see what I'm doing, because we're now getting into the normal sweet peppers. And I can have them all in the same tray. The things I do for you. There you go. That way you can see a little better, hopefully. So for sweet peppers, I actually have 2 different packs of the orange Lesia peppers. I accidentally bought it from 2 different companies. So to make this fun, we're actually going to do 2 of each and just see what happens, because you can never have too many sweet peppers, at least in our house. Okay. Next we have, we have to label. Where is my orange Lesia? There we go. Now we have our patchwork pepper, which I don't think I got to grow very well because I had some issues with where I placed it last year. I'm going to do 3 seeds. Probably should have put these in some kind of order so I could find the labels. Okay. Next, we have the Sweet Sunrise, which is just a large yellow bell pepper. So we'll do 3 of those. It was the Sunrise? Yes. I also have one called Sunbright, so I have to make sure I don't get it too confused. And then I have Snowball, which is a white bell pepper. I really, really like the white bell peppers. And I can't pinpoint exactly what it is, but part of it is they're usually my earliest sweet peppers that are the bell variety. I'm doing 3 of those. Okay, and that was the Snowball. There you are. And I have the candy cane chocolate variety. This one comes in one of those fancy tiny packets. Just gonna do 3 of these if I can get it open. quite get that in the hole, but it's candy cane chocolate. Next, we have the original Lesia variety that made me fall in love with the Lesia pepper. The Lesia peppers are just so sweet and so thick-walled that it has become one of those peppers that I always want in my garden. I'm gonna do 3 of these. So it'll be interesting to see how the orange Lesia does next to this original red Lesia. This is the Goddess. This is a sweet banana. And I think I'm going to do, do I want to do 3 or 4? Suppose I can do 4. Oh, this is a really good one too. The Mocha Swirl. It's kind of like the candy cane chocolate that I just did. In fact, they are very similar. They're both a smaller cherry-sized pepper, but it's striped just like the candy cane. And they both lean more towards those brown dark tones. Whereas I do have a confetti and a candy cane red that are striped, but they lean more towards those red colors instead of the browns. Just gonna do 3 of these. That was the Mocha Swirl. Like I just talked about it. Why can't I remember what I just did? And speaking of, I have the confetti hybrid, which is the one I was just telling you about. I'm gonna do 3 of those. I'm pretty sure some of these are pretty much the same pepper, like the candy cane chocolate and the Mocha Swirl, but just different companies. But they both suckered me in anyways. 1 and 3. That was the confetti. And then I need to turn the tray around. Oh, goodness, this is ridiculously heavy. I might need to do some weight training before gardening season fully starts. Okay. And then we have the candy cane red, which was the other one I mentioned. This one is just gonna be 3. Ooh. I might only have 1 more year out of this pack. Candy cane red, there you are. Absolutely love the bold pepper. It's one of those peppers that once I run through, say, all of my yellow peppers and my green peppers and my red pepper seeds, I don't know if I'm going to get more of those, but I will definitely get more Bolt pepper seeds. Bolt is becoming my staple bell pepper. I'm going to do 3 of these, along with the pepper that's coming up next. At some point, once I finish off some of the seeds that I'm probably not going to do in the future will become a staple in my standard bell. So I think I'll always have the white bell peppers. Okay. And did I say bolt? It's blot. I can read. It's the blot. I always do that. I was doing that all last year too. My dyslexia showing up. Blot. 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 But what I was talking about is the yellow monster. The yellow monster is up there in the number 2 spot of my bell peppers. Of course, behind my lessias. Lessias are my favorite sweet peppers, but bell varieties are a completely different game. Okay, I'm doing 3 of these. And then I have the Chocolate Beauty, which isn't a bad pepper, but it doesn't produce the same way that my whites and the blot and the yellow monster do. Just doing 3 of these. I also have another white, which is the albino bullnose. I'll do 3 of these as well. Then I have the Purple Beauty. I actually have 2 different company seeds of these, so I'm going to do 4, 2 of each. And if they all come up, this will be the bell pepper that I gift to whoever wants some bell peppers. It looks like next year will be the last year I have both sets of these. Next I have a Sunbright Yellow, and these are the seeds that I'm just slowly making my way through, but probably won't repurchase in the future. I did not put the label on the bullnose, did I? So I'm like, why is the sticker still down here? Oops. Good thing I didn't mess that up. Then I have the Emerald Green Giant. Actually, it's just Emerald Giant. I don't know why I want to put green in there. I'm doing 3 of these as well. Next year might be the last year I do those ones. Whoop, just put all the seeds on the floor. And then last but not least, I have the Orange King. I'm just gonna do 3 of those as well. And next year will be the last year for these seeds as well. Orange King. Now let me put all my seeds away. Get them out of the way because I am now going to mist the top of the soil to get those seeds pressed in. And then after I do that, I'll get the humidity domes on. And then get these set onto the heat mats. So that is all there is to starting peppers. It's not too complicated. That's what I've done for the past 4 years. That took me about probably 2 hours between filling the pots and then putting the seeds and making the labels and all of that. With that being said, I can give you a seedling update and then also some other good news that I'm kind of excited about. So let me show you the baby plants. So as you can see, the onions have all gotten a nice haircut. They are doing very well. This is probably the best year I've had with onions, especially in these cell trays. And down here, I am excited about these loofah. I might up-pot them at some point, but I'm just letting them do their thing for now. And then down here, you can see the bunching onions are doing really well too. And in the back, I don't know if you can see them, the biennials are doing really well. The foxglove back here is probably doing the best so far. I'll take you over to the other side. Over here we have the lettuce and the bok choy. I have been taking these outside and letting them start to harden off. I'm actually going to do that after I am done here, is set these outside for several hours. And up here, you can't really see anything. So I am going to set you on the table and open the dome. Right now, don't really have much of anything happening. The kiwi still hasn't sprouted, unfortunately. I haven't seen anything in the Gerber daisies, but I don't know if you can see it. It's super tiny. But we have some little tiny babies in the agastache, so that's exciting. The Gerber daisies have a 14-day germination estimate, so I'm not panicking yet about the Gerber daisies. We are also only, this is March 7th. So we're only a little month past the kiwi, and sometimes it takes up to 3 months for the kiwi. No panic, no panic. I might have seen a sprout over on the sweet potato, but I'm not sure it's alive. So we're not even gonna go look at that. But the exciting news is, it sounds like most likely my new garden beds may be going in on Monday next week. That'll be the start date, and it'll probably take about 3 days or so to get all of those situated. So I'm excited about that. I may be starting to fill beds later this month and then actually getting to plan that out and figure out that space, because a lot of things have been on hold because of that project. But it's going to happen, and I'm really excited about it. That also means that next week I am going to be starting up my tomato plants. If I have enough room on the heat mats, if the peppers have at least cleared up one of the heat mats, I just need one heat mat because I have another one I can pull out, but I need at least 2 heat mats. So next week will be tomatoes most likely. I might plant out my bok choy. That's why I've been harding it off along with the lettuce, because it is getting into that time where it will do okay outside. I'm probably gonna put it in one of the older beds underneath the deck where you saw me plant the peas. If you haven't seen me plant the peas, they're in with the garlic. So in that area, I might be planting out the bok choy, either that or they'll be going into pots. But if you wanna follow me on my seed starting journey and my garden bed building adventure, I don't know what to call it. Subscribe down below, hit the bell, do all the things to get all of the notifications. I do also have an Instagram and Threads account, and I tend to update that a little more frequently with what is going on in the garden beds and as the seedlings start to grow and sprout. So feel free to follow me over there if you want. If not, no judgment. I do hope the start and or end of your gardening season is going well. I do hope I will see you again in another video, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.